Well, qualifying has been run and won, and it's Burgerlicious, Fernando Well, who's in the number one spot. So let's check out the top 32.
Fernando Well's dream start to the weekend continued in the top 32. Mechanical Gremlins again attacked Max Sampson's Sexpo Sora, and the top qualifier was through. George Bartalis was up next against Michael Truscott from Victoria. Despite being evenly matched during qualifying, Truscott delivered a strong performance in both battles to take the win and progress to the top 16. Lyndon Reynolds then went head-to-head with Team Piers Beau the Show Yates. Reynolds was looking to continue his good run after placing 6th at Eastern Creek, but Yates posted convincing wins in both battles, sending South Aussie Reynolds in for an early shower. After rolling his Racing Logic 180SX in G1 at Malala, Jack Monkhouse returned to Drift Australia with the car ready to go. WA's Adam Borneo Truella was too strong though and progressed through to the top 16. New South Wales's Nathan Weisel then went up against round 3 winner Tom Monkhouse. With their first battle too close to call, a rerun was demanded by the judges. Weisel took the first battle with a good showing of speed, but Monkhouse was too strong in the second, putting an end to Weisel's weekend. Dan Mackey's first battle in the Shoreflow 300ZX was one to be forgotten. A spin in the first run made it virtually impossible to progress through, and despite a win in the second battle, it wasn't enough to beat WA's Keith Rance overall. Queensland's hero Darren Appleton and Josh Young were both out to establish dominance on their home track. Afro Appleton put up a good fight at the borrowed S13, but Young had his new V8 singing, and Afro was sent packing. Clint Brown in the Milluck Civil R32 Skyline was up next against Wheelworks' Adam May. May's dominance in the first run was enough to set him up for the win and progress through to the top 16. Queensland's Eugene Aronson was unable to post a qualifying run, which set him up against second top qualifier Leighton Fine. Aronson was on fire on his home track, outclassing Fine and knocking him out in the first round for the first time this year. Problems with his Go Fast Bits R33 Skyline forced Krista Jager into a borrowed car for the top 32. Matt Mingay, however, had fixed the gremlins in his VY Commodore after the Eastern Creek round and showed his home crowd what the big black beast was capable of. A rerun was called after the first battles between Robbie Bolger and Japanese Motorsports' Danny the Godfather Vahumis were too close to split. Contact between the two rivals made it a tough one to call. The judges eventually handed the win to Bolger. Again plagued by mechanical issues, the Drift Cat was once more a first-round victim. She put up a good fight in the Drift Performance Products 1-via, but Victoria's Luke Fink held it down to progress through. After contact with the wall in qualifying, James Rosser seemed a little rattled in his battle with Christian Pickering. Pickering took a strong lead in the first round, and Ross's spin in the second handed an easy win to the Corporal. Josh James was looking for retribution after a disappointing round at Eastern Creek. Unfortunately for him, he drew the red-hot Kudar El Huli in the first round. The devastating form of the Victorian was on show as he powered his V8 Sylvia through to the next round. Christian DeGostin again fronted up in the VIP Pet Foods VE Commodore, this time against Dan Keneally. Keneally puts in a 9-point run in the first battle and another strong run in the second to continue through to the next round. In an epic final battle in the top 32, a second rerun was called between Chris Easton and the crowd-pleasing Just Jap R31 Skyline and Phillips in the Gold 180SX. Phillips took the first 9-1 and hung on by a thread in the second, leaving Easton to lick his wounds.